Welcome back to Obas Trending Gist, where we bring you the hottest political talk that everyone is buzzing about. Today, we are diving into a major clash happening right in the heart of Nigeria's capital, Abuja. It is a showdown between the FCT Senator Ireti Kingibe and the man many call Project Minister, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Now, Wike is known for his big, bold, and very visible project, but Senator Kingibe, who represents the people of the FCT, is asking a crucial question. Are these shiny projects what the people of Abuja really needs? She claimed there's a huge disconnect between Wike's action and the reality on ground for ordinary residents. In this first clip from her interview, she lays the foundation of her argument. Listen carefully as she explains the minister's role and where she believes his priorities are completely misplaced. So sit back and take a watch.
The minister is the person who is entrusted to bring development because he represents the president, who's the de facto governor of FCT. Now, yes, he's building roads, but we don't have public transport, so the bulk of Abuja residents do not benefit from the roads. He's building things like ICC. How does that concern the bulk of Abuja residents when there's so much insecurity? The FCDA workers are not paid. The women who were sweeping the streets, they have done so through several ministers. Their situation was always protected because they were indigent women, widows. It was our way of ensuring that they got. So whenever any minister comes along and wants to replace them with street sweepers, the trucks, we talk to him and say, no, we need them to do this. He leaves it.
So you heard her. Grandiose projects while insecurity rises and unpaid salaries. But that last point she made is a real bombshell. She talked about a long-standing social program for indigent women and widows who swept the streets. A program she says was protected by previous ministers. She set the stage perfectly. For years, there was an understanding, but then she says the current minister came. In this next, even more intense clip, listen to what she alleges Minister Wike did to that program and how she described his entire leadership style in the FCT. This is where she drops the emperor's accusation. Sit back and take a watch.
The current minister came without consultation with anybody. Or in fact, not without consultation, in spite of imploration. He fired them all. He has not replaced them with anything. So FCT has had a minister who most FCT residents will say came to work against them and make life as difficult as possible. Development. FCT senator or any senator does not have a budget. We're legislators. In fact, the only reason that the FCT senator gets involved in more things than the average senator is because she's the one that everybody complains to. Oh, we need a transformer. We don't have water. This is happening. Some people complain to me. Snakes and that there's some agricultural research place near them. So there are snakes coming to them. Who do they write to? Me. And in the past, the senator will say to the minister, these are the demands and the needs of the people. But a minister that does not recognize the elected senator can't do anything. In the last few months, I gave it some thought and I said, okay, at the end of the day, all I want is for my people to benefit. If being less antagonistic to the minister would help bring development to the people, then fine. So I decided that in spite of the things that I don't like that he's doing, I will minimize my public criticism of him. It's not made any difference because he has an emperor mentality. He just thought, oh, I've got her, end of matter. And things are even worse. Because at least in the first year I was senator, he paid the salaries of the FCDA people. Now they're not even being paid. A lot of things that should be done ab initio are not getting done. So the people, my constituency projects, nothing stops them. They get done. And I can proudly say, in my 2 years of being a senator, and the people of the FCT can verify it, I have done more constituency projects than almost any other senator. In fact, not almost any other senator. The senator who has served the longest, the last 12 years, has not even done half of what I've done, simply because I have goodwill towards the people. I bring everything that is given to me. I lobby extras. Ministers are in the order of protocol, maybe like senators are maybe 3 levels above them. We have said, oh, senators should not go to ministers. They should not this, because you and them are not on the same level. I go to ministers if it will make you do things for my constituency. I go to heads of agencies to say, please, this thing needs to be done in my constituency. Please do them, because I'm the only voice, of course, the House of Rep members as well, that they have. The minister is about visible things. The bulk of the people do not live in Central Business District or in Maitama or in Asokoro. They live in the rest of Abuja, where very little is going on. Okay, they say roads are being built. The truth of the matter is, some very long road, they'll do 9 kilometers, they commission it, is done. I know it's not done. I have drawn photographs to that effect. But it doesn't matter. There are times when even a minister who cares, a grader, just a grader, will work wonders on rural roads. So it's not about the amount of money that is necessarily spent. Some of these things cost very little.
Okay, this is not just a simple complaint. It is a fundamental challenge to Minister Wike's entire philosophy of governance. First, you have the two competing visions for Abuja. Minister Wike, true to his style in Rivers State, is all about the hardware. He wants flyovers, rehabilitated road in the city center, and a revamped international conference center. These are big, tangible projects you can point to. His vision is to make Abuja look like a world-class capital city on the surface. But Senator Kingibe is arguing for the software of governance. She's saying, what good is a beautiful road in Maitama if people in Lube or Kubwa have no water, no security, and local roads are impassable? She is fighting for the millions of people who live in the satellite towns and suburbs, not just the elite who populate the city center. Secondly, the accusation of an emperor mentality is explosive. This is the core of the political conflict. The senator is saying that Wike is operating as an autocrat, ignoring the elected representative of the people. In our democracy, a senator is the highest elected official for their constituency. For her to say the minister, who is an appointee, refuses to work with her or even recognizes her role, suggests a breakdown in the democratic process within the FCT administration. She is essentially saying he is ruling by decree. The third one, the story of the female street sweepers, is a perfect metaphor for her entire argument. To a project-focused minister, that program might seem inefficient, but to a representative of the people, it was a crucial social safety net. Firing them without consultation and without a replacement, as she alleges, shows a leadership style not prioritizing top-down directives over the grassroots human impact of policy. Finally, this brings us to the ultimate question. Who is the FCT for? Is it just a showcase capital for diplomats and the powerful, or is it a living, breathing city for millions of ordinary Nigerians? Wike's approach seems to serve the first vision, while Senator Kingibe is clearly fighting for the second. Her frustration is palpable because, as she said, she has no budget for development herself. She can only legislate and advocate. But if the man holding the purse strings and the executive power refuses to listen, the people she represents are the ones who suffer. This is a classic battle between tangible infrastructure and intangible human welfare, and it is playing out right now in our nation's capital. So, what do you guys think? Is Senator Kingibe right to call out Wike? Is the minister focusing on vanity projects while ignoring the real needs of the people? Or do you believe Wike's shock therapy approach is exactly what Abuja needs to get back on track? Drop your comments below. I really want to hear your perspective on this. And as always, if you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out our deep dive into stories that matters. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.